Hey everybody, I'm back. So, still going through Areelu's old lab. It's taking a lot longer than I thought it would.
Esmo, Axe, yes. Esmo, Axe, yes. Esmo, Axe, yes. Esmo, Axe, yes.
Nanio, you better not screw this up. Good. I mean, I thought we already knew that. Wait, he's actually being helpful? Huh. Now why is he helping me? So has Areelu been watching me the whole time and just taking notes on everything? Yeah, this is a boss arena if ever there was one. A ripped book lies in the center of the room. Beneath the title in large letters, Lexicon of Paradox, are lines of text written in hasty, bold script. A shimmering purple haze rises from the pages. You are about to step over the threshold when the haze glows brighter. Power within you responds, roiling in agitation, but you feel no sense of danger. Rather, it's as though you are experiencing a chemical reaction to this unknown phenomenon. Take the book. Now it will serve me. Did I get another mythic level? Your fingers barely graze the book when the purple glow flares brightly and a series of inscriptions, diagrams, and sketches flash by, imprinting themselves in your memory as if you've always known them. Power fills you, just as wrathful and overwhelming as in the battle for the Wardstone, or the moment you acquired the Sword of Valor. The nature of rifts, that which we call a rift, is in fact close to the complete opposite. A suture, or a tie. It is the place where two planes are stitched together and meshed to the point of merging. Two types of rifts are encountered on the borders of the World Wound. Short-term natural rifts and stable engineered rifts. The latter allow entire armies to pass freely between the Abyss and Galarian. They were created at points where the fabric of reality formed a specific type of fold, where the material plane was closest to the Abyss. More information about these folds of reality and former Sarkors can be found in the Temple of Stone manuscripts in the ruined City of Eyes. Some of my own notes are also held there. I shall only make passing reference to them here. At the moment of writing, 5 of these folds have been identified. The most significant one was located near the Threshold Fortress, and it was that which made the World Wound possible. The second most significant rift, the Maiming of Eyes, marks the ruins of the famous city. The third rift, the Gates of Midnight, is hidden in the Midnight Fane. The fourth, the Harrowing, leads to my personal laboratory. And finally, the fifth, the Blood of Pelura, is located near the Sarkorian Shrine. All of the rifts within the perimeter of the wound function as a single system. In a way, they are like a single entity, or offshoots of a single root. This means that closing them separately is impossible. They will disappear only when the source is uprooted, the main rift, that which some people call the last threshold, although is in fact the true and original world wound. The wound cannot be closed using ordinary methods. The very manner in which it was opened protects it from interference. The only means of closing it requires... Shit. This is the last surviving page of a book that has been ripped in two. All the other pages are missing. Just our luck, it would be ripped apart right there.
Descari's here. Descari himself. Blimey! One minute we had a dragon, the next, bam, she was gone. What are you gonna do? Fight or flee? If fleeing's your plan, let me help you out. I've got a scroll here with a good protective spell.
Care to lend me a weapon? I'll try to fight the demons.
Sure thing. Here, take this. Best crossbow I've got. The person who made it said it could pierce the hide of a demon lord even. Good luck! Try not to get eaten now!
Yes, very good. A dose of bravery or a bit of honor. It could be nothing else. Or perhaps his instincts are hinting.
Milady, this creature is about to die. Shouldn't you... Ah, you got here at last. And you took Lady Areelu's gift. She left it for you, she did. I made sure the gift was safely delivered. And now, I can return to my lady.
Why did Areelu need someone to shoot Descari back in Canabres?
She needed to spill his blood. The blood of a demon lord is a powerful thing and very useful, you see. It's a priceless reagent. You can make so many things out of it. A wondrous blade, for example, that can turn even a wardstone to dust.
Go. And tell Areelu thank you for the gift.
I will. Farewell.
With this level, I get another mythic feat. Superpowers? Not sure what those are. Life Bonding Friendship. Azada chooses one teamwork feat during this and the next mythic rank up. She shares the effects of all teamwork feats she has with allies within a 50-foot area. Azada's charisma inspires her allies so much that even when their hit points drop below 0, they continue to fight, even though they are still considered dead or unconscious. For all effects and can be cured by Breath of Life or similar spells as per spell description. After the encounter or upon receiving a number of attacks equal to Azada's charisma ability modifier, allies in this state fall dead or unconscious. If all of the Azada's allies die that way, she becomes fully drained and dies. So don't let your allies die, is what I'm understanding from that. Double the bonuses on your attack rolls from weapon focus and greater weapon focus. When using your chosen weapon, you gain a bonus equal to half your mythic rank on damage rolls. This stacks with the bonus from weapon specialization and greater weapon specialization. It'd be nice if I could see... like if I could check my character sheet from here. Oh, maybe I can. I'll just have to go back in there. I have weapon focus and weapon specialization. That gives me a +2 bonus. Greater weapon specialization gives me another +2 bonus. So taking that feat, taking mythic weapon specialization will give me a +4 bonus right away, and a +8 bonus if I take greater weapon specialization. So that will just give me a +2 bonus. Let's see. Mythic toughness provides you twice as many hit points. When you're below 0 hit points, you gain DR10 epic. -4 penalty on your iterative attacks. So if I get a third attack later on, will that be at a -10 then? Which would be a -8 if I took that feat then. I mean, I still have the most hit points out of anybody here. Improved critical mythic. Critical multiplier with your chosen weapon is increased by 1. Range is doubled. Hold on. That crits on a 15? Well, I'm not sure that's gonna matter if I can't hit anything. I think I'm gonna take weapon specialization mythic. And superpowers. All skilled. Azada gains a bonus equal to her mythic rank to all skill checks. Whenever she makes a skill check, she rolls the die twice and chooses the best result. She is proficient with all types of weapons and armor, and can wear and wield any equipment she wants? That is a superpower. Azada's magic becomes incredibly more powerful. Whenever an enemy makes a saving throw against her spells, they roll the die twice and take the worst result. Whenever the Azada makes a concentration check or a check to overcome spell resistance, she rolls twice and takes the best result. If the Azada casts a spell whose description says that a successful saving throw halves its damage or duration, it only decreases it by 25% instead. Incredible Might. Azada gains a morale bonus equal to her mythic rank on attack and damage rolls. Whenever she hits with a charge attack or confirms a critical hit, the target has to pass a fortitude saving throw with DC equal to 10 plus your mythic rank plus strength modifier. If the target fails a saving throw, one of the following action happens at random. Enemy is stunned for 1d4 rounds, enemy is prone for 1d4 rounds, enemy is pushed away 15 feet and is stunned for 1d4 rounds, enemy is crippled till the end of the fight, they can no longer move and suffers a -3 penalty to attack rolls and AC, enemy becomes exhausted, enemy is killed. Additionally, Azada can decide to lose these advantages to instead bolster the physical abilities of companions. They gain a bonus on all attack and damage rolls equal to 1 plus 1 per 2 Azada's mythic ranks. Marvelous Endurance. Azada gains fast healing equal to half her mythic rank. From 4th mythic rank on, this number is increased by +5 per mythic rank. Whenever an enemy confirms a critical hit against Azada, her inner endurance is unleashed. She gets 1d6 temporary hit points per mythic rank. If she has 25 or less hit points, she gains DR10. Supersonic Speed. Azada is always under the effect of Haste spell as long as she is engaged in combat. All melee and ranged weapon attacks against her have a 20% miss chance. All targeted spells aimed at her have a 10% miss chance. All the damage from area attacks against her is halved. Zippy Magic. Whenever Azada casts a spell that targets individual creatures, not areas, the spell affects one additional creature within a 30-foot range from the target. If the target is an enemy, the spell affects one additional enemy. If the target is an ally, the spell affects one additional ally. Additionally, spells that target enemies damage them for 2d6 plus mythic rank. Ooh. These are some really powerful things. I'm torn between incredible might and supersonic speed. Yeah, I think I'll go with supersonic speed because yeah, DC isn't going to be very high because I have a strength modifier of 0. Then again, that's just a flat bonus to attack and damage rolls. And I already have, like, 2 characters who can cast haste. Man, this is a hard choice. Are these all the superpowers that there are, or will I get more as I advance in mythic ranks? Looks like those are all they are. Yeah, I think I'm gonna... By the end of this, I'll probably have incredible might, marvelous endurance, supersonic speed, and maybe favorable magic. I think I'm gonna go with supersonic speed. And new spells. Level 1 spell. Guess I'll go with Haze of Dreams. Level 2 spells. What do I get for level 2? Field of Flowers. Azada creates a 30-foot area of blossoming flowers. They entangle and calm enemies. Enemies have to pass a reflex saving throw. They try to pass a saving throw each round while they are within affected area. If enemy failed saving throw first time, they are distracted by flowers. Destructed? Enemies receive a -2 penalty to attack and damage. If enemy failed saving throw the second time, the enemy becomes staggered. If the enemy failed saving throw the third time, the enemy falls asleep for 1d4 rounds. After the enemy awakes from sleep, he is immune to being staggered or fall asleep from this spell, but still suffers the penalties. Ode to Miraculous Magic. Azada inspires party members. This spell grants party members a +4 morale bonus to checks to overcome spell resistance, and increase the saving throw DC of their spells that require a will saving throw by 2. Rejuvenating Poem. This spell removes fatigue and exhausted effects from all party members. Voice of Renewal. Azada invokes Voices of a Renewal. This spell damages all enemies within a 30-foot area for 1d6 +1 per caster level sonic damage, while channeling positive energy that cures allies for 1d6 +1 per caster level points of damage. So what's my caster level then? Is it just 2? Let's see. Aid, +1 morale bonus on attack rolls and saves against fear effects, plus temporary hit points equal to 1d8 plus caster level. Blessing of Luck and Resolve, the favored blessing of Halfling Clerics. This spell grants its target a +2 morale bonus on saving throws against fear effects. If the target fails a saving throw against fear, it re-rolls the save with a +4 morale bonus and takes the new result, even if it is worse. After that, the spell's effect ends. Cacophonous Call. You fill your target's mind with a blaring cacophony of discordant sounds, making it hard for the target to act and concentrate. The creature gains the nauseated condition for the duration of the spell if it fails its will save. Castigate. You compel your target to beg for forgiveness. On a failed save, the target cowers in fear. On a successful will save, it is shaken for 1 round. Each round after, a cowering subject may attempt a new save to end the effect. Hideous Laughter. This spell affects the subject with uncontrollable laughter. It collapses into gales of manic laughter, falling prone. The subject can take no actions while laughing, but is not considered helpless. After the spell ends, it can act normally. On the creature's next turn, it may attempt a new will saving throw to end the effect. A creature with an intelligence score of 2 or lower is not affected. Hold Animal. This spell functions like Hold Purpose, except that it affects an animal except of a humanoid. The subject becomes paralyzed and freezes in place. It is aware and breathes normally, but cannot take any actions, even speech. Each round on its turn, the subject may attempt a new will saving throw to end the effect. I think I'm gonna go with Castigate and Hideous Laughter. Summon Manavik Deva. This ability summons a Manavik Deva for 1 minute. Summoned monsters appear where you designate and act according to their initiative check results. They attack your opponents to the best of their ability. See, what's this do again? Ninth level, it summons 1 Liland Azada and 2 advanced Bralani Azadas. 11th level, it summons 1 Liland Azada and 2 advanced Bralani Azadas and a Gale Azada. If the owner of this dwarven tankard is on the Azada mythic path, the summoned Azadas are additionally affected by the Heroism spell effect. And he gets 2 weapon fighting mythic. He gets Spell Focus Evocation Mythic. He gets Weapon Finesse Mythic. Spell Penetration Mythic. Good, my casters needed some spell penetration. Rapid Shot Mythic. You can fire many times each round with amazing precision. When using Rapid Shot, you ignore the feat's -2 penalty on attack rolls. Very nice.
My tail is restless.
So, did he not have... I'm not sure you can take Fencing Grace with a dagger, can you? Use one kind of light or one-handed piercing weapon. I mean, a dagger is a light weapon. Wait a minute, isn't this where I started? This must have been somewhere else. Oh! Experiment Transformation.
Day 28. Cullis drill. 4606. Experiment. Transformation. Subject. Areelu Vorlesh. Human female with a clear affinity for arcane magic. Objective: to fuse a mortal soul with the essence of the abyss. Predicted result: the formation of a full-fledged half-demon on the basis of a mortal being. Potential risks unknown. The death of the subject is extremely likely. I will continue to monitor the experiment for as long as I can.
Experiment the Suture.
Day 20. Farast 4606. Experiment the Suture. Subject: former Arachne subjected to extreme exposure when passing through the world wound. As a result of this exposure, the demon was reborn as a dretch, a unique event in demonology. The reborn demon also acquired serious malformations, which did not respond to standard treatment methods. Objective: to assess the threat to other demons to stabilize passage through the world wound. The survival of the subject is also desirable for the purposes of further observation. Well, well. It seems that someone has been meddling with my projector without permission. Again. How many times have I told you not to do that, I made this recording for the sole purpose of telling you that when I return, I shall be very, very angry.
You can just imagine Nenio just furiously taking notes as we watch this. What's this? Buckler of Ray Negation. this is better than the one I have. +5 bonus to AC against ranged touch attacks. Not sure I want to open that rift just yet. Shit. Whoa, it actually worked. Shit.
I will resist! Go!
I got this. Retreat is not an option.
Now how come he can just get back up?
Damn you!
Nice.
Cover me, all right?
Gotcha. Lockpicker's Kit 2. And... it's definitely going to her. White Dragon. This +4 white dragonhide breastplate grants the wearer a cold aura and cold resistance 30. This breastplate can be worn by druids. Oh. Cold aura. All creatures within 5 feet of this creature take 2d6 points of cold damage at the beginning of its turn. Yeah, it's not quite as much protection as adamantine full plate. Yeah, that is a compulsion effect. And I think she does have the highest persuasion skill. Yeah, let's give that to her.
on here?
Now that I'm here, maybe I can get her out. Barrier appears to have been created from the essence of the abyss. Destroy the barrier. You see a beautiful silver-haired woman whose face displays unusual heavenly tranquility. Now you can get a good look at her wings. One looks strong and is covered in white feathers, just as you would expect of an angel. But the other wing, it looks like a framework of mismatched bones with a grimy purple substance stretched across instead of webbing, and it is covered in something akin to scabs or strange scales. I do not know who you are, stranger, but thank you for freeing me. I am Targona, blade of Iomede's heavenly host. My captivity, though I was ignorant of it, lasted so long. How did you end up here? I was brought here from the brink of death. I had been fighting the Baylord Darazand alongside a troop of crusaders when we were struck by the echo of Descari, the demon of terrifying power and cunning and an old enemy of mine. All my comrades perished, and the two demons set upon me like predators savaging a bird. The echo ripped off my wing and left me to die among the bodies of those I failed to protect. And then she appeared, the architect of the world wound. Sometimes I am amazed at the vast power, terrifying or benevolent, that can reside in a mortal. However, Areelu is no longer mortal. She brought me here. She treated me as much as she could, or as much as she deemed necessary. I can hardly remember those first days in the laboratory. Pain, strange magic, purple flames flickering around me. Areelu spent hours casting spells over me. I was chained the whole time, though I was too weak to fight or flee. There was nothing else for me to do but to talk to her and to try to glimpse inside that black soul. I don't know what I hope to find in there. Perhaps the smallest glimmer of light, hope that all this could be remedied. All I saw was twilight, a veil of arrogance and secrets that Areelu used to keep herself separate from the world. Her thoughts were occupied by some grand experiment. I was a little interest by comparison. When she had finished her work, she put me into a deep sleep. A healing sleep, she said. It was necessary to allow my new abominable wing to settle in. I have been in that sleep until now. What grand experiment was Areelu planning when she captured you? She wanted to perfect her accursed wound, the second opening, as she called it. The rift was to be larger and more stable, opening a road to Galarian from new abyssal realms. What shocked me was that she talked about the disastrous consequences of her plan with total equanimity, as though they were minor details that were but a distraction from the experiment itself. I also know that her experiment required a mortal soul, perhaps as a sacrifice in some dark rite that would siphon the mortal's life force and use it for perverse ends. I heard, or rather pieced together from what I heard, that the soul belonged to a child. Areelu, like many demons and demonic spellcasters, has the ability to wrest souls from their bodies and contain them in special vessels. The vessel containing that soul was delivered to the laboratory soon after I was brought here. Areelu was unusually distressed that day. She talked to me more than usual. That's when I learned the details of her plan. I was aghast when I realized that she was discussing the soul of a child, a soul which she likely wished to sacrifice. I cannot describe the horror I felt. What's wrong with your wing? It is the work of Areelu. The wing is fully functional. Its creator isn't known as the architect for nothing. But it frightens me. There is more of the abyss in this wing than in the eyes of an enraged Baylor. If I were you or your commander, Angel, I would immediately order that the demonic wing be amputated. It is corruption that has been placed inside you. The consequences of that will be inescapable. You may be right, Knight. and my superiors in heaven may make the same decision. Balor's in the abyss in their eyes. How unscientific. I would have been pleased if she'd sent me anything at all. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry this happened to her. It's terrible. She should never have been. No living creature should ever be treated like that. Why didn't you get out of here or summon the warriors of heaven to help you? Even the goddess cannot hear me within these walls. This place, it belongs to the abyss, not the material plane. I could not call for help, only pray for a miracle. Your arrival is the answer to that prayer. I know what it's like, being cut off from everything you know, from everything that makes you who you are. Demon, weren't you one of my captors? Stop it. Don't even think of hurting each other. Forgive me, I spent too long slumbering and my self-control is diminished. I should not have been so hasty to deem your companion an enemy. Can you tell me anything about this place? I only know a little. Areelu once let it slip that this refuge is where she wrote the Lexicon of Paradox, the book of dark magic containing the secret to the world wound's creation. That means this place is older than the wound itself. Areelu must have created it, or at least part of it, before her great atrocity. I was astonished at the strange way she seemed to speak of this laboratory. It was as if she despised this place, yet she tried not to show it. There was a moment when I wondered if this hatred was a sign of her contrition, but I was mistaken. Areelu Vorlish is incapable of feeling contrite, even for a heartbeat. It is like a tempest hurtling forward and sweeping aside everything in its path. I have to go. I need to find a way to get out of here. May the power of heaven go with you. If only I could help, but my strength has been drained. Now, is there anything else in the old wing?
You're like the chosen one.
Oh, so the old wing just connects to the heart of the lab. Alright. Let's get everybody buffed before I go in there.
Stab you or zap you? Why not both?
Are you still here? Good guys always win.
Gotcha. Wait, that's it? That's all that's in here? Oh, that's disappointing. Alright, let's open the rift. Oh, this leads me back here. So can I go back and let them know that I've got a way out now?
Beautiful.
I unsealed the way out. You're free. Free. Then let's leave here at once. May the light of Iomade be with you. Did I miss anything? of create pit. Oh shit, how'd I get all the way over here? Let's see. An important inspection. A group of officials from Neurosian is on its way to Dresden. They want to inspect how well the crusade is organized. What kind of welcome should they receive? Bold. Adds 4,000 leadership experience points. Lavish. Finance points income increases by 30. Show things as they are. Finance points income increases by 30, adds 3,000 diplomacy experience points. Bring the officials to the front lines. Finance points income increases by 30, adds 600 military experience points. Let's just show things as they are. The officials were desperate to find some kind of fault, but found none, and begrudgingly admitted that the crusade is organized expertly. They promised to increase support from the authorities. Lan asks for an audience. Let's see if this works. God damn it. Nice. Unexpectedly, the enemy's leader, Tent, turns out to be shipshape and tidy. Behind glass in our Arcana Miriam's magical college diploma hangs on a post. In the chest, there's a ceremonial graduation robe and several magical inventions and patents, the brainchildren of the late cultist leader. One can only speculate on the tragedies that made him lead such a wretched existence. Composite short bow.
So tired.
Nah. Ah, really?
Go!
Yes.
I got this. Ha! Ha!
There's more?
trouble. Ha! Riti! Yeah. Let's see what we can do.
Ancient ruins that Sarkoris inherited from the unknown builders of the Earthfall times. The Sarkorians dubbed this place the core of the riddle. Scattered all over the walls of the ruins are numerous pressure plates, buttons, and levers, the purpose of which one can only guess. And how do you get there? Nice. That was a level 7 army? Well, that was easy. Three Crusaders have sent a letter to the Citadel inviting the Crusade leader to pay them a visit at his court. Baramzadeh's army was undone along with his plans to retake Dresden. The arrogant leader of the demonic host did not deign to join the fight in person. He took flight, abandoning his soldiers. I guess I could try to take that army on. Not sure how well it'll work, though. These numbers just seem so arbitrary. Shit. Yeah, that wasn't all that hard. The old mines where dwarves would mine priceless crystals are now abandoned. The group of demons that had made its lair there tried to defend their territory from the Crusaders, but to no effect. Daily income increased, materials points 10. Let's go with arcane magic. Yeah, I don't know about that. Nope. Well, that was easy. The Crusader army descended upon the cultist squad at the moment they were performing a demonic ritual. The Retrievers, horrendous mechanical spiders who sought out and killed the demon's enemies, came to Golarion through the passage they had opened from the abyss. Fortunately, the ritual was interrupted at its climax. The soldiers found a magical relic that belonged to the cultist's leader. Stone of Ghostly Pathways. The thief named Lafar was a true worshipper of Norgorber. For him, his craft was the most sacred of the arts, therefore he never cut a pouch from a carefree passerby or purloined a shiny trinket that might lie in temptation's way. Lafar chose only impossible goals, and Norgorber helped him. When he finally came to believe that no treasures were worthy of him, Lafar decided to steal from his god. He did this not out of greed, but to prove his skill, and thus luck was on his side. Having snatched a relic called the Stone of Ghostly Pathways from the abode of Norgorber, Lafar absconded, with cloaks rustling and daggers flashing behind his back. No matter how far north the crafty thief went, his pursuers kept on his tail, and soon Lafar realized that he was doomed. He threw the stolen stone into a pile of rubble and accepted his fate with a happy smile. Norgorber's servants never found the stolen relic, which meant that Lafar's trick ultimately met with success. According to legend, after many centuries, the Stone of Ghostly Pathways fell into the hands of a shaman who lived near there. His guiding spiritual instinct led him to acquire this unremarkable stone. Was it a spiritual instinct, however, or was it the spirit of Lafar, the thief who had stolen from his god and who had finally decided to reveal where the forgotten relic had been hiding?
Come at me with scissors again, and it may be the last thing you do.
I don't quite understand what you mean, Gnome Boy. Reformulate your proposition about the possibility of my death more clearly. And turn around. I need to cut off a lock of your bleached hair to compare it to the unbleached sample.
Alright. Before we go back to Dresden, let's take a look at Terendalev's lair.
I won't let you hurt my friends!
Distract them from me!
Go. Go.
Damn you! Kneel before me.
Time to share your treasures.
Stop. Please stop. This place is an abode of peace and tranquility, a place to heal the soul and the body. It's not a battlefield. Please spare this man. Who are you? My name is Hao. I am a healer, my lord, by trade and by calling. This place is my infirmary. People you've killed were those I nursed to health myself. They had scarcely recovered from their wounds when they fell to your sword. At least spare this young boy. Are you working with the cultists? I am a healer. I save lives. The vows I have taken make no distinction about who deserves to live or die. I give aid to all the injured I find in the wound. Demon worshippers are often left behind to die, and it so happens that they are most often in need of my help. As a rule, Crusaders have their own healers in every unit, but cultists are not accustomed to looking out for one another. Their masters do not accept weakness. Yes, they are full of fear and anger, and no one can dispel their evil feelings. Commander asked you a very specific question. Are you an accomplice of the cultists or not? Instead of giving such a long speech, you could have simply said, "Yes, I am," and let us decide your fate. Why are you helping the enemy? I have no enemies. There is nothing but sorrow and compassion in my soul. Look at this young man. He rushed into battle seeking to destroy you for the sake of his masters. Yet with that same zeal he helped me save his friends and did not leave their side until the danger had passed. This soul has not yet been lost. The battle between good and evil still wages within him, as it does within us all. If you would only listen to one another. I won't listen to this scum. Death to Iomede's lackeys. If both of you could set aside your anger and hatred, less blood would be shed. As long as someone is alive, they can still change. Only the dead are lost forever. I will spare his life, healer, but if I see him again, it will be forfeit. Understand and accept your decision. You are stern, but not cruel. This gladdens my heart. So, I can go. Want you to know I won't change. I will remain your enemy, and Lord Baphomet will give me great powers. You are already strong. You do not need to serve demons. When you finally understand this, your soul will find peace. You already possess that which is worth the most, your life. You acted towards this poor boy as Terendelev acted towards you and Canabres when she treated you with no consideration of who you were, whether you deserved to live. I can feel the touch of her magic upon you, like a last lingering farewell. Terendelev made the right choice, child, as did you. You were not born a dragon, but the true spirit of a dragon is within you. It is as strong in you as it was in her. Trust me, I knew Terendelev well. I am the gold dragon Halaseliax. It was once my honor to teach the protector of Canabres. Oh, well, that's it. Now a big grown-up dragon is here. I can already tell that I'll be scolded and instructed and scolded. I always thought that you chaotic dragons took such lectures as praise. I was once told as much by one of your relatives. Apparently, if a gold dragon doesn't scold you, it means you have done nothing of interest. Well, that is definitely not true about me. Everything I do together with my best friend here is interesting. How about you and Reynard go talk and discuss your grown-up things, and I will be very sneaky and tie a rattle to your tail. Were you testing me? Life itself was testing you. I merely seized the opportunity to look upon you, the last soul helped by Terendelev. I know you tried to save Terendelev from corruption. How did you manage to succeed? Terendelev. Here she found shelter, fighting the desire to decimate and destroy. I flew here to help her. The sun rose and fell more than once as she poured out all her hatred upon me, all the pain that was tearing her soul apart. Many times we found ourselves at one another's throats, ready to fight. Many times her words wounded me deeply, but in the end I got through to her. I found the right words, and I stayed with her here in this place of peace and rest until her soul found healing. We could use a gold dragon in the crusade. Do us the honor of joining us. Not now, I'm afraid. I have my own responsibilities to metallic dragons, but I will watch you from afar, and if I see you are ever in need of a dragon's wisdom, I will not be the only one willing to come to your aid. I have the spirit of a dragon within me? What am I supposed to do? Remember that life is a journey. Some go through it faster, others slower, but we all reach an end where nothing can be changed. As long as we are alive, so too is the hope of change. While we are living, we can do much good and change the world for the better. I taught this to Terendelev when she was on the brink of despair. She thought that, now tarnished, she was doomed to suffering and evil, but I showed her that as long as we are here and not at Pharasma's throne, nothing is lost, and no one is lost. Choose the actions that will make the world better, such as the path of a gold dragon. Farewell, Howard Celiax. I would say until we meet again, child. What's this? Tunic of Ardent War Priest. If the wearer of this shirt has the Fervor class ability, it grants them 3 additional uses of Fervor per day. Yeah, I think Fervor is exclusive to the War Priest class. So that's all that's here. I think I'm just gonna teleport back to Dresden from here. Now, what's happened here while I was gone? Some say that being a kind person is hard work, that most people can't do it. Is that true? Look at the people standing next to you. Don't you want to love these people? Is it so hard to smile at them, to say a kind word, to share with those in need? Don't you feel joy when you do something good for others? And isn't it wonderful when they do the same for you? Kindness is the easiest and most pleasant thing in the world. And what about ungrateful assholes, huh? You do good for them and they just shit on you in return. Just don't be like them, and don't get angry at these people. They don't know what they're doing. Don't abandon them to their silliness and sins. Keep doing good and you will see, sooner or later they will realize they were wrong. What does this mean? This? I'm just talking to good people who want to listen. That girl can talk. Of course, no one's going to live by her sermons, but listening to them is nicer than listening to bards and their songs. Speak for yourself, sinner. I feel myself getting better, kinder, and more spiritual after every sermon. Really? Well, do a good deed then. Give me something from your shop for free. Listen to her, she will teach you how to live good lives. Right, Commander, that's for sure. Thank you for your kind words. I'm not saying anything special. These are simple things. Everyone knows them. Come on, keep talking. Alright, I was talking about being kind to your neighbors, and look, the commander decided to set an example. The mob loves a wretch, a feeble-minded, hysterical, starry-eyed preacher. When one of these unfortunates stands on a corner and begins their sermon, a crowd will immediately gather. Some will laugh, some will cry, some will toss a coin at their feet, but will any of them listen? Will they do as they are told? The obvious conclusion, of course they won't. But let's leave our biases aside as we observe how the throngs of Dresden respond to the exhortations of a ragged elf girl. What? Reynard, we've got ourselves settled in here, so it's time to go back for the mongrels. If we don't do it, Saul will keep stalling until Iomade herself comes down to drag them out. Why do you want to go back for them? You showed them the light of heaven, the shield maze has fallen, the ancient mongrel prophecy has come true. They want to go up to the surface, but they're afraid of taking the first step on their own. I can understand them. My father would have never gone to the surface if my mom hadn't encouraged him. Everyone needs support before taking an important step. Besides, you helped the young ones, saved them from the eternal curse or whatever that demon and Wendwag tried to cast on them. They don't follow you now. I'm afraid another Sava Melek might come along and take advantage of them again. Why are you coming to me with this now? You know, I've just had so much on my plate. First we were running around putting out fires in Canabres, then we were running away from the gargoyles, then we were running to save Dresden. Why don't we run to the caves now? I could ask the Queen to summon the mongrels as crusaders. Saul would make a real decree with a seal, but asking you is easier for me. Asking a queen about such a little thing is awkward, and you don't seem to have anything to do right now. You know, 'cause managing a huge fortress is so easy. Well, let's go. We can always use more fighters. Tell me when you're ready to go. I'll be waiting. Anything else?
Here we go.
Before I go. Weapon Focus Mythic, Dwarven War Axe. Toughness Mythic. Dodge Mythic. Point Blank Shot Mythic. Bonus to attack and damage rolls granted by Point Blank Shot increases to +2. Weapon Focus Mythic. Shield Focus Mythic. Anything else? Nope.
I can handle it.
Let's take a rest before I go. What the heck? Greetings, Lushbringer, O most worthy leader of the Free Crusaders. I am Scaranthal, the Rock Cleaver. Like everyone else who has come with me, I am a guardian of the perished woods of Sarkoris. Demons are our sworn enemies. They destroyed or corrupted our forests and drained or poisoned the rivers that nurtured them. Unable to cope with the loss, many of my brethren have succumbed to insanity. Where spring sap once flowed in their veins, now only fury and madness remains. Those of us who retained our sanity guarded the last remaining pockets of forest in the world wound without hope. But then, with one wave of a mortal's hand, the abyss-blighted soil was turned into a flowering garden. When we learned of this miracle, we came here to support you and your cause. For the sake of the forests that perished and those that will be born on the healed land. I beg of you, O most worthy one, to recruit us as Free Crusaders and allow us to join the ranks of your allies and fight under your banners. Free Crusaders? Sure, why not? Reynard, you should bear in mind that the treants are accompanied by quickwoods, carnivorous plants that often hunt humans. Recruiting them would be akin to letting a pack of ravenous wolves loose in your house. Do not insult us so, stranger. We wouldn't have come all the way here and extended the branch of friendship and support just to betray our allies' trust. Treants are shepherds to quickwoods and will ensure they do harm to no one. You don't expect us to abandon them to the demons, do you? They too are living creatures just like you and every other crusader. But can you really be assured that your charges won't harm anyone? Look, Reynard, the best choice for you and those who trust you will be to refuse to accept them as crusaders. Still, if you choose to let them join, make the treants tell you where their groves are located and promise to burn them down in retaliation for the quickwoods' wrongdoings, should there be any. Hmm. Threaten our ally for something they have not yet done and probably never will? Out of the question. I will accept Scarenthal and his friends as my allies without these cruel conditions. Thank you, Lushbringer. Your trust is an honor, and we will prove ourselves worthy of it. Now, if you'll allow me, we have heard tell of a special ritual you perform over your allies. Unite them as crusaders. We don't quite understand all the details of these titles and regalia, but we'd not like to see ourselves going without. We want to be full-fledged members of your company. I will knight you, but you must learn how to play music. Your customs are quite unusual, but intriguing. Thank you for the honor. We'll head to your court and help our brothers and sisters in whatever way we can. Something seems kind of off here. Dwarven lords are willing to pay with gold. Yeah. 12 shield bearers are recruited at the commander's headquarters, adds 1,500 finance points. So many diplomacy decrees, so little time. Yeah, I just got some bad vibes from that guy after that last conversation. Athletics and mobility. Yeah, he'll definitely benefit from these. Reynard, I'm so glad you're here. Forgive the chaos. It started when we tried to decide what the new song for your court should be about. I've already composed a melody, but it looks like we can't agree on lyrics. Care to lend us a hand? At your service as always. What's this fuss about? Hush, everyone. This is the part where I, and I alone, you understand, tell the commander how far from reaching common ground we are, dear friends. We were choosing the theme for the future song. I actually suggested we make this decision together and did not expect it would lead to such chaos. After much arguing, we narrowed the choice down to 3 options, then got stuck. The first one is a battle march, which speaks for itself. The second one is a song about life and nature's renewal. The third one is a song about heroism, both personal and that shared among brothers in arms. We'll never come to an agreement, and I've already broken my least favorite lutes over their stubborn heads. Please judge which is best. He's here too? Such disputes are not uncommon among mortals who seek a balance between self-expression and the common good. It is impossible to rid inquiring minds of the need to defend their opinions, but a wise mentor should offer his guidance in navigating this balance. See, all generals gain the Inspired Advance ability. All units gain a +2 bonus to speed and a +1 bonus to damage for each square they moved until the end of the round. This is a mind-affecting effect. All generals learn the Song of Seasons spell. Each unit in the army restores HP to adjacent allied units and deals magic damage to adjacent enemy units at the end of the round. This is an arcane spell with a heal effect. Flanking grants a +4 bonus to attack instead of a +2 bonus to attack and a +4 bonus to damage for 1 round. Let's go with this one. How exciting! There's great power in music. If we praise life, it will revitalize everything around us. We are in accord, aren't we, my my free crusaders? I'm glad we worked it out. I really want this song to be good and bridge the gap between Free Crusaders and the Crusaders of Dresden. Oh, there he is. Does anybody else here have anything more to say? Let's see, are any of your potions for sale? Goggles of Ferocious Pact. The wearer gets a -2 penalty to AC, a -5 penalty to Persuasion skill checks, and a -2 penalty to Fortitude saving throws, but gets a +4 bonus to damage rolls, a +3 bonus to will saving throws, and a +2 enhancement bonus to wisdom score. Whenever the wearer of these gloves lands a hit with a ranged weapon on an enemy within 30 feet, it deals additional 1d6 piercing damage and applies bleed for 1d3 rounds. Those would be really good for her. This shirt grants its wearer +2 enhancement bonus to Constitution, a +4 bonus on saving throws against fire, and a +4 competence bonus on lore nature checks. How do you like it here in the court? What are you arguing about? The same old question that made me ask our good Desnan adepts to invite you over for a chat, Commander. Surely you must have heard already. Ever since you created a garden on this ridge, many items buried here have been quite literally transformed. You have created a truly magical place. This ridge can transform even the most trivial of things. It's hard for me to describe the elation it brings me. This is what true art should be like. It is a reminder that we can always transform our own story into a fairy tale. However, certain creative differences arose when we began discussing how to put the ridge's miraculous properties to good use. You see, some of the transformed items become edible, whereas others would make the perfect material for mosaic pieces. I would like to create a piece of rupestral art using the latter, but the esteemed cavalry sculptors have other plans for them. Yeah, right. Who in their right mind would take magic items from a magic rock that turned into a garden right in the middle of the world wound and use them for an ordinary picture or mosaic? We've got a better idea, an edible sculpture. We're going to create the most innovative work of art in the history of Mendev, or even Galarian, and then let the public devour it. A tasty treat, hooray! A huge gingerbread demon, right? Then again, seeing the ridge covered in a beautiful mosaic would be terrific too. Why can't we just do both? It's all about what's novel, Commander. Wait, the first work of art created from the magical transformed items of your court will be a major event, but the second work of art? Not so much. We've already seen that. We've already seen that, is all people will have to say about it. So you've got to choose. Let's go ahead with the mosaic. How boring! Once the wretched pikemen confectioners learn of our defeat, we'll be a laughingstock. Please don't get upset. I may be unable to appreciate your ideas, but I do respect your enthusiasm. I will certainly mention you as my friends and supporters in my speech at the mosaic opening. I will need your help in creating my mosaic, Commander. You must obtain suitable objects. I have no idea what objects we need exactly, probably some simple trinkets. Then bury them on the ridge and bring me the mosaic pieces they turn into. I need at least 30. Thank you. Today is certainly a great day in the history of art. Orb that doesn't show the future. There's a suspicion that this is a sleeping mimic. What happens if I put it back in? Oh, nothing. Oh, I guess it's random. Deceiving jug. It produces a promising, mouth-watering sloshing sound, but it is empty. Huh. There we go. Let's see, I have found 30 mosaic pieces for you.
Beautiful.
There's more to do there? Oh, this is following up from the last thing they did. Still, I think he's been away too long. I tried to trace the teleportation twice and, failed. Surely you don't mean that we teleported Reynard, the champion of the gods, the Crusaders, Knight Commander, and our friend, to a random point in space, with no way of knowing exactly where? That's exactly what you did, and a great adventure it was, too. Reynard, you're back! What was it like? Was it beautiful? The ritual brought me to Areelu's laboratory, where she kept her prisoners. I tried to help them. But we never even considered that. We never thought your soul could be calling you to a place of corruption and suffering instead of beauty. We never thought that could be your mission. Incredible, we've got to try again. No way, I'm not teleporting our friend to an unknown destination ever again. We'll try once more if we improve the ritual to make it more predictable, but to be honest, I'm not sure it can be done. Oh, I can recruit more soldiers now. Yeah, I'm not sure this is gonna work. Let's give it a try. Well, that was a disaster. Alright, let's go back to Dresden for a moment. Yeah, I don't think anybody else needs one of those. What's land have for a weapon? Keen composite longbow +2. Oh, so that's better than that. Let's see, he wears medium armor. Oh, so that actually would be good for him. Yeah, I'll give that to him. Nope, nothing there yet. Yeah. Back to Canabras. Let's go by the inconspicuous camp on the way there. Well, maybe not here. What's this now? Of all the scrolls the intendant gave us, you chose this one. Really? It didn't even occur to you this was a problem? How are we going to face our mentor now? This is just a spell that, well, long story short, it will help us against the demons. We still want to be saved from the demons, don't we? Oh, seems like we've got reinforcements. And it's the commander, no less. Who are you? We are Crusaders, Commander, the squires of Sir Alfrey, Commander. He will be here shortly once he finishes inspecting the positions. We are preparing for battle. What happened to you? We are escorting rescued prisoners to Canabras after we heroically liberated them. But there's an issue. Those from whom they were rescued now pursue us, so our leader and mentor, noble Sir Alfrey, decided to take a defensive position and fight. And we tried to get ready for battle. What's that? This is a cluster of flexible, elongated, pulsating objects. These are the sprouts of plants whose behavior seems highly uncharacteristic for plants. You can call it a demon trap. Yes, definitely, it's a demon trap. They only look like ropes that are wider at the base and narrower at the ends and suddenly gain the ability to move. You're trying to say, like, tentacles. By the way, did you know 1 of 8 tentacles of a male octopus is also his reproductive organ? We don't use words like this here. Like pollen? Yes, that's right. The plant's shoots are full of pollen. So where is your leader? He is here and hurrying to appear before you. My sincere greetings to the Knight Commander of the 5th Crusade, the hero of the battle for Canabris and the battle for Dresden. Meeting you is an indisputable honor for me. I am Sir Alfrey, a loyal follower of divine Iomade, a knight, a nobleman, and a crusader. These young men are my squires, and we... What is this? Sir, as we were about to depart the garrison, the Intendant Arcanist gave us a scroll that creates a demon trap. We decided that now is the best time to use it. This is a very good trap. These wriggling serpent-like grabbers can firmly hold a demon. Exactly. These rope-like moving sprouting pseudopods have the optimal shape to grab and immobilize a demon. Why don't you just call them tentacles? I respect your opinion immensely, Commander, for it is born out of your wisdom and experience. And yet it does not seem to me that these vine-like magic devices deserve to be called that. But still, what's your problem with tentacles? I am flattered by the interest of such a heroic leader in my humble self, but if you will allow me, I would prefer not to answer the question about my issues with the limbs typical of octopuses and other sea creatures. They are connected to a harrowing and traumatic episode in my past, one I prefer not to remember. I am positive that compared to the scale of affairs and tasks the leader of the Crusaders must face every day, this issue is insignificant and hardly worthy of mention. So unless I roll a 1, this should work. Be brave, Sir Alfrey. Don't run from your fears. Say tentacles proudly and boldly, and let the shadows of your past recede. What heartfelt words! I am humbled and grateful that you took the time to address me and the dark corners of my soul, so to speak. I feel like your words have awakened something in my soul, something worthy of pride. We have cleared up the question that troubled me. Now it is time to turn our attention to more pressing matters. Tell me, my squires, did you brief the commander and outline the gravity of our situation? Yes or no? I don't remember. I think something was said about a very, very nasty demon. I beg your pardon, and I ask that you not judge these young men harshly. They cannot be blamed for a lack of diligence. They are just young. They have not yet fully mastered the art of war and have not realized the importance of discipline. In time they will become the pride of the Crusader forces. I am certain of it. Yeah, I think I remember Sir Alfrey from Kingmaker. I think a gnome cursed him so that, like, every third word he said was tentacles, or something like that. I forget how that all happened now. I'll brief you myself, Commander. A monster really is pursuing us, but it is not a demon. It is something even more heinous and unnatural, a demodamned. The assessment of it as a very, very nasty creature is accurate. My squires and I raided its lair and liberated several prisoners this thing was going to drag to the abyss. But now the monster is coming after us. I estimate it will be here in half an hour. We plan to fight. I will be happy to help you. This is wonderful, Commander. It will be an honor to fight side by side. Please prepare yourself, for a very, very nasty demodand will soon be here.
Are we ready to move out?
Alright. Haste on, everyone. Very nasty demo tan. The creature that appears before you looks alien and disgusting even to those accustomed to the abominations of the world wound. Very, very nasty is a fitting description. Its flesh seems to boil and melt, and long dark growths constantly shift and stretch along its flesh. A mortal with the blood of heaven, I recognize your smell. It was you who dared break into my lair and steal my offering to my masters. For this you will become an offering yourself, you and everyone with you. Are you trying to threaten me with your puny weapon? It would barely scratch me, but I can crush you like a maggot. You threatened the wrong person, beast. Be afraid, monster, for the final hour of your villainy in the land of Galarian has come, and don't try to threaten me with your might, your invincibility, or even those disgusting appendages. For the strength of a true knight is not in his shield, sword, or armor. A brave heart is my sword, and my faith in a righteous cause is my shield. Yet even more importantly, this knight has the power of tentacles. Ah, we didn't even get to keep our haste. I think... not immune to slumber. It has a will save of 17, so that's probably not going to work.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
Yes.
I thank you for your help, Commander. And I thank you even more for persuading me to confront my fears. No more twisting elongated vine-like things for me. Now when I see tentacles, I will boldly exclaim, "These are tentacles!" I was happy to help. My gratitude has no bounds. Thank you. Before you move on to do the great things that lay ahead of you, allow me to present you with a small gift. A humble knight, no matter how noble, could hardly possess something that would surprise you, but let this gift serve as the memento of our encounter. Agile hand axe, +4. 3 Hell Knights are awaiting an audience with the commander in Dresden.
Beautiful.
Anything more to say, Krennic? How's your applied philosophy? Would you mind discussing an ethical dilemma with me? I grow quite tired of debating only myself. This isn't going to be the trolley problem again, is it? Then listen well. Imagine that there is a person, and you know that he is very, very wrong. For instance, he believes that people enjoy being gutted alive. Don't ask me how he came to this conclusion, he's just odd like that. But he is absolutely convinced that they love it. So, from time to time, he guts people. Just because, you know, he's just such a nice fellow. He doesn't do it because he likes it, he just loves doing good for others. So this odd, obviously made-up individual, is he a villain or a good lad? Does he deserve to be executed as a criminal or rewarded for his heart of gold? Are you implying something? Who, me? Of course not. First, I'd talk with him. Who knows, maybe he's not the one who's mistaken. Maybe there's something I don't know. Right, but what if it's not him being an idiot? What if people actually love being gutted, and you are the only one who doesn't know? And then, somewhere in polite society, you accidentally blurt out that people shouldn't be gutted, and they will forever brand you as a prudish and uncultured person. But you are right, if you encounter something incomprehensible, first figure out what's going on, and only then act. It seems like a platitude, but most people only learn this lesson right before their death. You got me talking, and I almost forgot something important. You'll want to see this. These notes were written by very foolish folk who decided that there's more to be gained by befriending demons than fighting them. This is just a fraction of their correspondence. They sit in their manors in Nerosian, preoccupied every single day with one and only one thought. How else they can hurt your crusade. They spread rumors about you, they try to block your army's supply chains, they whisper nasty things about you in the Queen's ear. But despite all their influence, they are just amateur conspirators who know nothing about real intrigue. I'll make sure that these letters fall into your associate's hands. Anonymously, of course. I'm not looking for fame. If you order your advisors to make these letters public, bad people will be in enormous trouble. They will wake up every single day with only one thought in their mind, wondering what kind of awful food their prison guard will bring them for dinner. Where did you get that information from? I just went hunting, shot a bird, and it turned out to be a messenger pigeon. What are the odds, eh? Thank you for your help. We agreed that I would help you. I keep my word, as any civilized kobold should. Damn it all, every disease I've ever caught is surfacing now. During my travels, I've spent many nights on bare cold stone, and I'm now feeling them all. Trust me, any thought I share with you is not just rambling. It's knowledge paid for with my blood. It's hard won from the caverns of the Darklands where my tribe fled, fearing the wrath of devils. If you wish, I can tell you about that. Will you tell me? Those were bloody days. We in the Night Ruby tribe were enslaved by the Drow, the elves of the underground. It's ironic. First we fell victim to the slaves' revenge, then we ourselves fell into slavery. In the first battle with the Drow, we lost Ermak, our stern leader who refused to bow before devils or the Dark Elves. The rest thought it best to surrender. Our new life was harsh and filled with suffering, humiliation, and punishment. Before long, we realized the Drow were tough masters who knew no mercy. But we hadn't grown accustomed to living life on our knees. We couldn't fight back with force, so we used our cunning. We spied and sabotaged, we killed the cruelest of the masters, we helped the other slaves escape, and thus build alliances. When we got caught, our kindred paid with blood. The drow punished everyone, guilty and innocent alike. Back in those days, I was a scout and the right hand of our new leader. He was young, cautious, and shrewd. But our struggle lasted years, with many of our kin accepting their new fate and resigning themselves to being slaves. Others were tempted by devils who promised to give us back our former power. All they wanted was more signatures on the contract that doomed our souls to hell. As a result, the tribe splintered. The traitors gave our leader to the Dark Elves. Then came the Purge, but during that massacre it was us, the kobolds, who killed most of our kin. I fled, wounded, without any weapons or supplies. All I managed to take with me was a case with that damned contract with the devils. So that's the end of the story. Not quite the fall of the Aslanti empires, I admit, but this one is even more dramatic in its own way. Maybe you should move to Dresden. While I'm not too enthusiastic about dwelling in densely populated locations, places like that are usually crawling with those eager to bash in a little kobold's scaly skull. But I fully understand that you have enough important things to do besides constantly running to my camp and back. Alright, search for me in Dresden next time, but I have to warn you, I'm not going to stay out in the open. I've got suspicions about you. Here we go. I come in friendship and full right away I'm distrusted. So what is it that's got you worried? You hinted that there was a traitor in my inner circle, and then it turned out that Nura was the traitor. So there was a spy amidst the top officers of the Crusade. What a surprise! You know what would have been really odd? If the demons hadn't sent an agent to kill you. And what if I told you the demons are going to try to kill you every time they see you, and that they're going to try to conquer Galarian? Are you going to suspect me of being in league with Baphomet and Descari now, just for stating the obvious? Your words are full of mysterious omissions. What can I say? I'm a kobold of many secrets and contradictions. I keep my mouth shut and the rest of the world at arm's length. That's just my nature. I can't help it. I have nothing to say just yet. Well, that's good. I was starting to worry. I could almost hear the noose swinging on the gallows already. I don't want to be the first kobold in history to be executed for crimes I didn't commit. Alright, I think I'm gonna end it there for now. We'll get to Dresden in the next part. So thanks everybody for watching. I'll see you all again some other time.